The bark sharpened into syllables. David. His name clear as a human voice. He froze in the kitchen, fork halfway to his mouth, canned beans cooling on the plate. The dog barked again. Kill. Not a word he imagined. A command that vibrated in his teeth, rattled his fillings. He laughed it off at first. Stress. Bad dreams. Pearl's death in '67 had left him hollow. Her hospital room smelling of antiseptic and decay. Her last words, "A week be good, David." Nathan's remarriage and move to Florida in '75 had scooped out what remained. The army had been escape. Korea, target practice, medals pinned to a uniform no one cared about. But home was worse. No one waited. No one noticed. The voice noticed, and it grew. Through floorboards, vents, and the thin wall separating him from the cars. They hate you. The women with long hair, they laugh behind your back. They see the fat boy no one wanted, the bastard left at the hospital. He pressed palms to his ears until they rang like struck bells. It didn't help. The voice burrowed deeper, a parasite of sound. He began answering it in whispers, pacing the linoleum floor. Who are you?
Sam's son. You're my son now. Do what I say, or the barking never stops.
He bought the .44 Bulldog revolver in a quiet shop upstate, paid cash, no questions. Cleaning it became an obsession. Disassemble, oil the chambers with slow, deliberate strokes, reassemble, repeat until his fingers ached. Each metallic click is a small exorcism. He talked to the gun sometimes, voice low. You'll make it quiet. You'll shut him up. The gun never answered. The dog did. Sleep fractured into slivers no longer than 20 minutes. Dreams bled into waking. Pearl dying again, her skin gray and paper-thin, whispering, "Why didn't you save me?" Young women turning into her, then into blood-slick hair matted across cracked pavement, then into the dog's grinning muzzle dripping black saliva. He woke gasping, sheets soaked in sweat that smelled like fear, the revolver under his pillow like a cold lover. The voice waited patiently every time. Tonight, drive, find one, make it stop. He drove the yellow Ford Galaxy through the Bronx and Queens, windows down, summer heat thick with exhaust, garbage, and the faint rot of the river. Couples parked in shadows under street lamps, windows fogged, radios playing soft disco or slow ballads. He watched them from the curb, engine idling low, jealousy twisted like barbed wire in his gut. They had touched, they had laughter, they had futures. He had the voice, and the gun, and the endless barking. July 29th, 1976, Beer Avenue. Donna Loria, 18, stepped from a car with her boyfriend, Jody Valenti. She was laughing, head thrown back, dark hair swinging free in the humid night. The voice exploded inside his skull like a grenade. Her! She mocks you! End it! Now! His hand trembled on the wheel so hard the car shook. Sweat stung his eyes, blurred the windshield. Do it, or I scream forever! The gun came up almost on its own. 2 shots. Glass starred like frost. Donna fell backward, dead before she hit the pavement. Jody screamed, clutching his arm, blood blooming dark on his shirt. David floored it, tires squealing on asphalt, heart slamming not with guilt but with a wild electric release. For the first time in months, the barking stopped. A few heartbeats of pure, ringing silence. He laughed, short, choked, then cried, then laughed again. It never lasted. The city convulsed. Headlines screamed, .44 caliber killer. Police sketches circulated, round face, dark curly hair. Nothing exactly like him, yet close enough to make him check every mirror, every reflection in store windows. Women chopped their hair short, dyed it blonde, and avoided lovers' lanes. Fear hung in the air like smog. He read every article, bought extra papers, clipped them with shaking scissors, and pasted them into a scrapbook hidden under the bed, like shameful pornography. He wrote letters to prove he existed, to make the world acknowledge the hole inside him. The first to police, "I am a monster, I am the son of Sam," ink smeared with sweat and trembling. He addressed more to Jimmy Breslin, the columnist who wrote like he understood pain. Hello from the gutters of NYC, which are filled with dog manure, vomit, stale wine, urine, and blood. Sam's a thirsty lad and won't let me stop killing until he gets his fill. Words tumbled out, manic, playful, desperate. I'm on a different wavelength, programmed to kill. He signed them with a cartoonish symbol, a dripping skull, a jagged smile, part taunt, part confession, all unraveling thread by thread. He parked again. August turned hotter, the air thick enough to chew. The voice demanded more blood to quiet it. He drove, hunted, waited in shadows. Each kill was the same ritual. Approach in darkness, gun bucking in his hand, silence descending like sudden snow. Valentina Suriani and Alexander Esau in April '77. Carl Denaro and Rosemary Keenan earlier, Donna and Jody, Judy Placido and Salvatore Lupo. Each time the voice approved, good boy, more. Each time the quiet lasted a little shorter. Paranoia thickened like tar. Neighbors stared too long. Cars followed him on the highway. The police were inside his head, reading thoughts through the walls. He stopped sleeping entirely, paced the apartment barefoot, muttering to the dog through the vent. Why won't you leave? Because you love this. You were born for this. You need me. August 10th, 1977, Bay Terrace, Queens. Stacy Moskowitz, 20, beautiful, laughing in a car with Robert Violante under a dim street lamp. The voice howled so loud his vision blurred, his ears ringing. He approached, shoes silent on pavement. 6 shots. Stacy slumped against the seat. Robert was blinded, blood everywhere. A woman across the street saw the yellow car flee, jotted the plate in panic. A parking ticket from an earlier night, left carelessly under the wiper, sealed it like fate. Dawn broke humid and gray. Officers surrounded the Ford. He sat inside, calm, almost polite, the gun on the passenger seat like an old friend exhausted from work. They yanked him out, cuffs cold on wrists. Well, he said, voice soft, almost relieved. You got me. What took you so long? In the interrogation room, the voice was gone. He talked for hours, words spilling like water from a broken dam. No cult, no real demon dog, just him. Just the hole inside that had grown teeth, named itself Sam, demanded sacrifice to fill it. The women, he chose women, because they embodied what he could never have. Beauty, desire, visibility, love. Killing them let him touch it, control it, erase it. For moments he mattered. For moments the silence was real. Prison came. 6 consecutive life sentences. The voice faded to distant echoes, then nothing. In time he found God, or God found him, or perhaps it was just another voice, kinder. He wrote apologies to families, quoted scripture in neat handwriting, and called himself Son of Hope. He counseled inmates, studied the Bible, and said the demon had left for good. But on the hottest nights, even decades later, he wakes in his cell, listening. A distant bark through concrete walls, a whisper under the bunk, wondering if it ever truly stopped, or if it simply moved on, patient, waiting for the next empty man to answer its call. Thanks so much for tuning in today, friends. We hope you enjoyed our discussion. If there's anyone special you'd like us to discuss next time, please leave their name in the comments below. We're always eager to hear your thoughts, so please don't hesitate to share them. Remember, your support means the world to us. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and spread the word by sharing this video with your circle. Until we meet again, keep the curiosity alive. With love, the Midnight Vault.